Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be listening to another side of Bob Dylan for the very first time. We're coming off of The Times They Are Changing. You probably have seen my review to The Times They Are Changing, and thank you so much for watching that. I really do appreciate it. Before we get started, I'm going to provide us with a bit of an album overview, and then we could just jump in. So let's go. All right, so this is Bob Dylan's fourth studio album released August 8th, 1964 by Columbia Records. It was recorded in a single session on June 9th, 1964 in New York City. From this session, Dylan recorded 14 songs. 11 were chosen for the album. Where did the other 3 go? Do we need to find the other 3 and then listen to it and then add it as a, you get what I'm saying? Add it as a sequel. By this point, Dylan was already well established in the folk world. Another side shows him moving a bit away from he played I don't want to know. He plays solo on most tracks using acoustic guitar and harmonica. On one track, Black Crow Blues, he also plays piano. So many spoilers. At this time, it's like I can't find a proper overview that doesn't spoil things so that I can discover it myself. Anyways, at this time, 1964, the American folk revival was active, and the audience and critics were expecting more protest songs or social commentary from Dylan. This record quietly shifted from some of that expectation. The album didn't achieve as high charting success in the US as his more socially conscious records, though it later earned gold status. It was more successful in the UK. Okay, like I could not avoid the spoilers. Let me also put my computer on no disturb mode because I don't want to be disturbed. All right, there we go. All right, perfection. All right, guys, I think we are ready to listen. Let me scooch out of the way. Yeah. And we could get started. Okay. All I really want to do, let me unmute and we could hit play.
I ain't looking to compete with you, beat or cheat or mistreat you, simplify you, classify you, deny, defy or crucify you. All I really wanna do is, baby, be friends with you. No, and I ain't looking to fight with you, frighten you or uptighten you, drag you down or drain you down, chain you down or bring you down. All I really wanna do is, baby, be friends with you. I ain't looking to block you up, shock or knock or lock you up, analyze you, categorize you, finalize you or advertise you. All I really wanna do is, baby, be friends with you.
Since we're like almost like halfway through, I think now is a good opportunity for me to kind of jump in and add my thoughts. First of all, I think this is one of the most beautiful love songs I've ever heard. I feel like so many times in relationships, people feel the need to control and define the people they are with. And I don't know, like I hope like more people hear these songs so that they understand the kind of mindset they need to enter relationships in with in wait what way they need to enter relationships with, because at the end of the day, like the people in these, the people that you get with, they were individuals before they met you. And so, you know, knowing that they are individuals and that you just want to be friends with them, or be with them for them is like so very important. And so I'm really enjoying this. I feel like one of the things that really impresses me about Bob Dylan's writing ability is his ability to communicate the same idea in many different ways. And I find that to be really interesting, because most of the times I think most people stop, like stop at one way of expressing something, but the fact that he takes that and he brings it to 20 different interpretations of the same thing is just really, really good. And I think it's what adds like the most depth to his writing, because there are so many layers to the writing. So I'm really enjoying this. This is such a beautiful opening to this album. So yeah, and I love that he's doing the do. I'm sorry for that. But I love that he's doing that, because it reminds me of Bob Dylan 1962. And I hadn't heard those notes again. I don't think I heard that in Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, but I did hear it in the very first album. And it was one of the most endearing things about that is just like how much like of his spirit he put into his vocal work on that album. So yeah, loving this track so far. Let's keep on going.
I don't wanna straight face you, race or chase you, track or trace you, or disgrace you, or displace you, or define you, or confine you. All I really wanna do
I love
is,
that.
baby, be friends with you.
I feel like Bob has a little bit of a cheeky personality too. I don't know, but like sometimes like I feel like in maybe even like I don't know which verse it was, maybe verse 3, I heard his voice crack like a little chuckle, like he was laughing a little, which is hilarious to me. I wonder what it was like in the studio when he was recording this.
I don't wanna meet your kin, make you spin, or do you in, or select you, or dissect you, or inspect you, or reject you. All I really wanna do is, baby, be
That's
friends with
awesome.
you. I
Wonderful guitar
don't
work.
wanna fake you out, take or shake or forsake you out. I ain't looking for you to feel like me, see like me, or be like me. All
He's laughing
I
again.
really wanna do is, baby, be friends with you.
Bob Dylan is such a lovable person. Yeah, he's so lovable. Bob Dylan's narrator makes a declaration of friendship with someone who might question his intentions. I mean, it feels like romance to me. It doesn't necessarily feel like friendship in the traditional sense of friendship, but I understand. I mean, in any relationship that you enter, I think whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic, you want to try your best to follow these values. Like, I love it. I love it. I love this part. I ain't looking for you to feel like me, see like me, or be like me. Like, allow the person to have their own opinions. Do not force your opinions upon people. Allow them to take their time and find themselves and learn themselves, so that they don't get confused about who they are because they're trying so much to be like you, because you are disapproving of who they are and what they like. It's just not right. Am I rhyming right now? I think I'm rhyming. But like for real though, like right? Like I feel sometimes I wish like we were able to like talk and go back and forth. Because like I really do want to talk about this. I feel like people too often forget that people have to learn and grow at their own pace, and then like people often get like frustrated because somebody isn't learning at the pace they think they should be learning, or like being who they think they should be, but like that's not the way that works. So we have to learn to like give people grace and be patient with them. Otherwise, they might be forced to grow up or forced to be somebody that they really aren't. And then at the end of it, they're like, I don't know, 50 years old and they don't know who they are because they were trying to please somebody when they were 20 in their 20s, which is just so sad. So much wisdom from Bob Dylan. Wow. Gosh. I love it. This is a really beautiful first track. And I forgot to mention, you see, I got a better mic. Somebody told me that my mic was kind of peaking or something. And, you know, I tried my best. I tried my best. I wanted to tell them thanks, but they removed their comments, unfortunately. But it's okay. They had edited it and said, edited it and said they weren't trying to be mean, which I didn't take it that way. I was going to tell them thanks because I went to fix it. And hopefully now it's better. But yeah, I forgot to tell you, I do have my beverage for this long form content. I have some raspberry tea which is black tea, but tell me why I decided to put a green tea bag in there. I don't know. But yeah, the brain doesn't function as it should without water, so you have to stay hydrated. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Black Crow Blues. I really enjoyed this so much. Gosh, so good. Let's pull up Black Crow Blues. Ooh, we gotta go back. All right, cool. Let's get it. Oh, this is the piano spoiler.
I woke in the morning wondering, weary and worn out. I woke in the morning wondering, weary and worn out. Wishing my long lost lover would walk to me and talk to me, tell me what it's all about.
Go on, Bob, with the delivery. You hear him? Walk to me. I'm not a singer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But listen to how he delivers that line. It's really good.
Wishing my long lost lover
Pause.
would walk to me and talk to me, tell me what it's all about.
I like it.
I was standing at the side road, listening to the billboard knock. Standing at the side road, listening to the billboard knock. Well, my wrist was empty, but my nerves were kicking, ticking like a clock. If I got anything you need, babe, let me tell you in front. If I got anything you need, babe, let me tell you in front. You can come to me sometime, nighttime, daytime, anytime you want. Sometimes I'm thinking I'm too high to fall. Sometimes I'm thinking I'm much too high to fall.
This is one of the things I said I was going to improve. So when I listened to Milk Cow's Calf Blues, I was paying attention too much to the lyrics and not realizing also that the title also influenced the song and like what the author wants us to appreciate in the song, right? This is called Black Crow's Blues. So this line here, where he says, I was standing at the side road listening to the billboard knock, standing at the side road listening to the billboard knock, but my wrist was empty, but my nerves were ticking like a clock. Like it almost feels like I was definitely picturing a person without a watch, but their nerves ticking. But also like you could picture like a black bird or a black crow on like one of those electric wires, right? Like on those, you get what I'm saying. But I'm just interested in seeing if like I'm gonna see the parallels between the title and what he's saying. But so far, I'm liking this too. Keep on going, Bob.
Other times I'm thinking I'm so low, I don't know if I can come up at all.
Very good.
Black crows in the meadow, sleeping across a broad highway. Black crows in the meadow, across the broad highway. Though it's funny, honey, I'm out of touch. Don't feel much like a scarecrow today.
I liked it. Okay. I'm gonna look at it and see what it says. So I woke up in the morning wondering where and where not. I like this. I really like this. Wishing my long lost lover would walk to me and talk to me, tell me what it's all about. I mean, I feel like it's kind of intertwining between like a person and a black crow, a person and a crow, a person and a crow. So that feels very person directed. And then this one feels very much like person and crow intertwined, person, and then black crow again here. Sometimes I'm thinking I'm too high to fall, too high to fall, much too high to fall. And then the observation of the black crows, but then he also speaks as if he's a person. Though it's funny, honey, I'm out of touch. I feel much like a scarecrow today. What does that mean? I'm gonna know what it means. Tell me in the comments. All right, next we have Spanish Harlem Incident. I like that. I like the writing style. I liked what he was doing in terms of like what felt to me like a changing perspective, and also like a dual perspective all at once in one verse. I liked it. All right, Spanish Harlem Incident. Oh, did I not finish the end of this? Oh, he killed it with the harmonica in the end there. Good, and the piano too.
Gypsy gal, the hands of Harlem cannot hold you to its heat. Your temperature is too hot for taming. Your flaming feet are burning up the street. I'm homeless, come and take me to the reach of your rattling drums. Let me know, babe, all about my fortune down along my restless palms. Gypsy gal, you got me swallowed. I have fallen far beneath your pearly eyes, so fast and slashing, and your flashing diamond teeth. The night is pitch black. Come and make my pale face fit into place. Oh, please let me know, babe, I'm nearly drowning. If it's you, my lifeline strays.
Okay, so for this one, Spanish Harlem He's talking about New York City, right? I feel like what I really like about this one is like how much he is using this gypsies kind of like, I don't know, trade the way they are, their culture, to weave it into the song, talking about their rattling drums, reading the palms, talking about lifelines. I feel like when I listen to this, I see him really pushing himself here in terms of his writing style. I think I can see him trying to be more imaginative with his writing, trying to paint a world. Yeah, that's what I see. I know he gets better at it. Like, for example, which song was it again? Oh my God, how could I forget? Mr. Tambourine Man, yes. Mr. Tambourine Man is like some of the most wondrous writing from Bob Dylan. But here I can see like I guess the seeds of it, the fruit of it. I can see him be like starting the beginnings of this wondrous writing, and I really like it. I love seeing this early potential. I love seeing what he's doing here. It's really good. It's really good. It's like a really good like starting attempt. I don't know if like that's the right way to put it because I'm sure he would have tried his hand at it multiple times, but it's really good, and I think definitely having hindsight, I can just really appreciate where this goes. So I don't know. I like it. I like it. I really do. I'm gonna pull it back just a little bit.
Let me know, babe, I'm nearly drowning. If it's you, my lifeline strays.
Far beneath your pearly eyes.
I've been wondering all about me ever since I seen you there on the cliffs of your wildcat charms. I'm riding. I know I'm around you, but I don't know where. You have slayed me, you have made me. I got to laugh halfway off my heels. I got to know, babe, will you surround me so I can know if I am really real?
There are so many gems in this. He says, you got me swallowed. I have fallen far beneath your pearly eyes. I picture Get Out and the sunken place, but also like in my mind, it's being animated in the most beautiful way because who is swallowed and ends up beneath the eyes, behind the eyes. It's so beautiful, the picture he's painting. And then he says, will you surround me so I can know if I am really real? That's amazing to me because one, like I think about I don't know, like existential crisis. So it's like in a way I think of Schrodinger's cat, like, you know, if you look at it, like it changes the outcome. So it's like this person surrounding you then confirms your existence, which I really love. I really love. On the cliffs of your wildcat charms I'm riding. That's amazing, man. On the cliffs of your wildcat charms. On the cliffs of your wild. So she must have like these charms on her wrist, I'm guessing, and on the cliffs of those charms. I like it. I like it. This is cool. To reach of your rattling drums. Wow. Okay. Is there any background to this? A romantic vignette, Privyet. Oh my god, we're gonna have to do a compilation of my pronunciation failures at the end of the year. About a Romani gal from Harlem drawn with multi-layered poetic devices and references to the gypsy culture. Yeah, man, it's good. All right, Chimes of Freedom. I feel like I've seen that one requested before. Chimes of Freedom. Here we go. Let me get a sip of my drink. Drank. Bambinos, bambinos.
far between sundown's finish and midnight's broken toll. We ducked inside the doorways, thunder went crashing as majestic bells of bolts struck shadows in the sounds, seeming to be the chimes of freedom flashing, flashing for the warriors whose strength is not to fight.
I love his voice here.
Flashing for the refugees on the unarmed road of flight. And for each and every underdog soldier in the night. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Through the city's melted furnace, unexpectedly we watched, with faces hidden as the walls were tightening, as the echo of the wedding bells before the blowing rain dissolved into the bells of the lightning, tolling for the rebel,
I love how he sings this
tolling
part.
for the rake, tolling for the luckless, they are abandoned and forsaked, tolling for the outcast, burning constantly at stake. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Through the mad, mystic hammering of the wild, ripping hail, the sky cracked its palms in naked wonder as the clinging of the church bells blew far into the breeze, leaving only bells of lightning and its thunder, striking for the gentle, striking for the kind, striking for the guardians and protectors of the mind, and the poet and the painter far behind his rightful time. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing.
7 minutes, huh? You know, in the second part of No Direction Home, Bob mentions he just had so much to write, so much to say, and he felt like he was on to something, that he was doing something nobody else could do. And honestly, like listening to this, I'm genuinely like in awe, because it's kind of like, how do you have so much writing inside of you? Like, what's going on? Like, how do you have all of this? Like, where is all of this coming from? What's going on? That's this is strange. This is really strange. This is a lot of really rich writing. Wow. Far between sundown's finish and midnight's broken toll. Amazing. You've made something that is more or less like, it's not a location, but it's time and space, but you've quantified it. That's wonderful. When you ducked inside the doorways, thunder went crashing. Right? Like a storm is coming, as majestic bells of bolt struck shadows in the sounds. Struck shadows in the sounds. As majestic bells of bolts, right? We get that. Struck shadows in the sounds. When a lightning strikes there, it does cast a shadow. Okay. Okay. seeming to be the chimes of freedom flashing. Chimes of freedom flashing. Chimes flashing. That's crazy. That's dope. Flashing for the warriors whose strength is not to fight. I love his voice here and how he chose to sing these parts of it. Flashing for the warriors, tolling for the rebels, striking on the gentle. Is just really, really good. Gosh. Wow. This one, through the city's melted furnace, unexpectedly we watched, with faces hidden as the walls were tightening. First of all, I don't really have much of a meaning for this. All I know is that it paints a very, like a, as if I was looking at something generated by AI. So obviously Bob had access to AI when this album came out because what's going on. But you know, like you'd probably see an entire city's melting furnace with people looking through it, and then you see their faces hidden like this or whatever as the walls were tightening around them. Great writing, man. It just paints a picture. As the echo of the wedding bells before the blowing rain dissolved into the bells of the lightning. It's like I can hear it. I can hear the wedding bells and the transition into the bells of lightning. Amazing. Wow. I really like this one. Uh-huh. Jeez, okay, Bob. Go on.
In the wild cathedral evening, the rain unraveled tales for the disrobed, faceless forms of no position, tolling for the tongues with no place to bring their thoughts, all down in taken for granted situations. Tolling for the deaf and blind, tolling for the mute, for the mistreated, mateless mother, the mistitled prostitute, for the misdemeanor outlaw, chained and cheated by pursuit. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Even though a cloud's white curtain in a far-off corner flared, and the hypnotic splattered mist was slowly lifting, electric light still struck like arrows, fired but for the ones condemned to drift or else be kept from drifting. Tolling for the searching ones on their speechless seeking trail, for the lonesome hearted lovers with too personal a tale, and for each unharmful gentle soul misplaced inside a jail. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Starry-eyed and laughing as I recall when we were caught, trapped by no track of ours, for they hang suspended. As we listened one last time and we watched with one last look, spellbound and swallowed till the tolling ended. tolling for the aching, whose wounds cannot be nursed. The countless confused, accused, misused, strung out ones and worse. And for every hung up person in the whole wide universe. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing.
You know, what's interesting about this song is as I was listening to it, I thought, he's really doing so much to ensure that like he addresses as many people as he can. Like, how many verses are in this? 6 verses, and it's a 7-minute song, and he's doing his best. He's included everybody, everybody he can think of. Everybody. The abandoned and the forsaken, the people who don't know what to say, who are on these paths, all these things. And then he sums it up with every hung up person in the whole wide universe. I can tell, like I imagine, I mean, how can I be for sure? Be for certain. Yeah. I'm gonna be for certain. Like, obviously, like, I feel like he was trying to like account for every single human being. Every being. I really appreciate the song. Things like starry-eyed and laughing. I recall when we were caught trapped by no track of ours. I recall when we were caught trapped by no track of ours where they hanged suspended. So you recall when you were caught trapped not by hours because you weren't tracking those hours, because they hang suspended by the time, the weight of the time, the moment, the intensity. I see. Spellbound and swallowed till the tolling end. Amazing. Tolling for the searching ones on their speechless seeking trail. Wow. Yeah, this is great. For the mistreated, mateless mother, the mistitled prostitute, misdemeanor outlaw chained and cheated by pursuit. This one, and the poet and painter far behind his rightful time. Does that mean before his time? Yes, right? Because there are so many of them that were persecuted because of their work, right? How do I show you the screen? Let's show you what I'm reading. Let's see what this annotation says. Poet in mind, Whitman Guthrie, a hobo here to Whitman. Listen to me now. Why is this so poorly written? Ay. Well, I'm not gonna take that one. All it feels like to me is that he's really saying that for the people who would have been persecuted because they're far behind, they're too early. They came too early and then they were persecuted. Poets and painters and things. Amazing song. Amazing song. I really thoroughly enjoyed this. No additional context. Okay then. Fine. Tom Wilson on this one again. Wow, you and Tom had a long-lasting relationship, Bob. Long relationship. Where are we? We're gonna move to I Shall Be Free, number 10. Whoa. I like this track. I'm gonna be listening to it again and again. I feel like I can never, this is the thought that kept on coming up, that I can never possibly experience a thunderstorm or a lightning storm the same way ever again because of Chimes of Freedom. I'll probably always think of this song whenever that happens. Okay, let's continue to I Shall Be Free, number 10.
I'm just average, common too. I'm just like him, the same as you. I'm everybody's brother and son. I ain't different than anyone. Ain't no use to talk to me. It's just the same as talking to you. I was shadow boxing early.
Oh, I love this. Pull up the tune. Pull up the track. Yeah, that's cool.
average, common too. I'm just like him, the same as you. I'm everybody's brother and son. I ain't different than anyone. Ain't no use to talk to me. It's just the same as talking to you.
That feels
I was
good.
shadow boxing early in the day. I figured I was ready for Cassius Clay. I said, fee, fi, fo, fum, Cassius Clay, here I come. 26, 27, 28, 29, gonna make your face look just like mine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Cassius Clay, you better run. 99, 100, 101, 102, your mom won't even recognize you. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, gonna knock him clean right out of his spleen.
Good job.
Well, I don't know, but I've been told the streets of heaven are lined with gold. I ask.
Imagine if we could have seen Muhammad Ali and Bob Dylan going toe for toe, like fast as the butterflies thing I could be with this kind of comeback. That'd have been fun. Oh boy.
Well, I don't know, but I've been told the streets of heaven are lined with gold. I ask you how things could get much worse if the Russians happen to get up there first. Wowee, pretty scary. Now, I'm liberal, but to a degree. I want everybody to be free. But if you think I'll let Barry Goldwater move in next door or marry my daughter, you must think I'm crazy. I wouldn't let him do it for all the farms in Cuba. When I set my monkey on a log and ordered him to do the dog, he wagged his tail and shook his head, and he went and did the cat instead. He's a weird monkey, very funky. I sat with my high-heel sneakers on, waiting to play tennis in the noonday sun. I had my white shorts rolled up past my waist, and my wig hat was falling in my face, but they wouldn't let me on the tennis court.
What is happening?
I got a woman, she's so mean. She sticks my boots in the washing machine, sticks me with buckshot when I'm nude, puts bubble gum in my food. She's funny, wants my money, calls me honey. Now I got a friend who spends his life stabbing my picture with a Bowie knife, dreams of strangling me with a scarf. When my name comes up, he pretends to barf. I got a million friends. Now they asked me to read a poem at the sorority sister's home. I got knocked down and my head was swimming. I wound up with the dean of women. Yippee! I'm a poet. I know it. Hope I don't blow it. I'm gonna grow my hair down to my feet so strange, so I look like a walking mountain range, and I'm gonna ride into Omaha on a horse, out to the country club and the golf course, carrying a New York Times, shoot a few holes, blow their minds. Now you're probably wondering by now just what this song's all about. What's probably got you baffled more is what this thing here is for. It's nothing. It's something I learned over in England.
I just stumbled upon one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs, man. This is hilarious. How Oh, I haven't smiled this hard still 51st anniversary from Jimi Hendrix. My cheeks are hurting. Oh my god. Ah god, this was so fun. Oh gosh. He says, I just average. It's just the same as talking to you. Now, it's funny. Like, it might be all fun and jokes, but I feel like sometimes I feel like consciousness is so interesting, and I don't feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like we're so connected to each other in a weird way. Like, you watching this now, like, how are you watching this right now while I'm recording this? How are we separate? It's just wild. Ah, that's another conversation for another day. Hopefully, there will be a song that brings that conversation out of me. I don't really feel like now's the time though, but I really, really enjoyed this verse and just how everything develops this here, hilarious. This one, I've been told the streets of heaven are lined with gold. If the Russians get up there first, that's hilarious. Because what is the assumption? The Russians won't go to heaven, or like the people you don't like won't be up there with you? So it's hilarious. Ooh, pretty scary. I love that. He says, "I'm liberal to a degree, but I don't want this man near me and marry my daughter." What does it say? Uh, okay. Barry Goldwater represented Arizona in the United States Senate from 1953 until 1964 when he announced his campaign for president of the United States. Uh-huh. Yeah. I see. So you're liberal, but then you have these people that you will not stand. Yeah, and that's how it tends to be. A lot of contradictions in people's beliefs and things. That's so funny. What in the world does this mean? A reference to the novelty single Can Your Monkey Do the Dog, released in January of 1964 by Rufus Thomas, is peaked at 48 on the Billboard in March of that year. Can you see the record picture? And here's a picture of Barry Goldwater. Sorry for not showing you that. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Yeah. And then what else did I like? Let me see. Oh, I got a woman. She saw me. She puts bubblegum in my food. I sat with my high-heeled sneakers on. They have an annotation for that too. Blue song High Heel Sneakers by Tommy Tucker. Might be a nod to it, they say. I got a million friends. I see. Stabbing my big. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna play this again on my own time too. Ah, boy. Hits after hits, Bob. Hits after hits. Let's move on to Ramona, children. Oh, a sequel, to I Shall Be Free from the freewheeling Bob Dylan. Just like in the first one, Bob Dylan himself go through frantic and free flow reflections in pop culture. I feel like I felt that way about I Shall Be Free. I was like, what's happening here? Huh. Curious. I love that. To Ramona is next. Let me grab some refreshments. I don't want my tea to get to room temp. I like my tea warm. So fun. All right, let's keep on going. To Ramona. Let's keep on going to Ramona.
Ramona, come closer, shut softly your watery eyes. The pangs of your sadness will pass as your senses will rise. For the flowers of the city, though breath like it, death like sometime. And there's no use in trying to deal with the dying, though I cannot explain that in lines. Your cracked country lips I still wish to kiss, as to be by the strength of your skin. Your magnetic movement still captures the minutes I'm in. But it grieves my heart, love, to see you trying to be a part of a world that just don't exist. It's all just a dream, babe, a vacuum, a scheme, babe, that sucks you into fear.
Bob, we're right here, Bob. We're right here. Oh my God. Wow. Mm-mm. 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 This album is rich. Oh my God, I love this.
Ramona, come closer, shut softly your watery eyes.
And I've heard this cadence before, not from Bob, but in other songs. For the life of me, I will not be able to remember one for you, but I've heard this kind of cadence before, and I really love that he's employing it here. It just reminds me of so many different songs that I've heard, but I can't tell you which. But yeah, let's keep on going.
Ramona, come closer, shut softly your watery eyes. The pangs of your sadness will pass as your senses will rise. For the flowers of the city, though breath like it, death like sometime. And there's no use in trying to deal with the dying, though I cannot explain that in lines. Your cracked country lips I still wish to kiss, as to be by the strength of your skin. Your magnetic movement still captures the minutes I'm in.
Amazing.
But it grieves my heart, love, to see you trying to be a part of a world that just don't exist. It's all just a dream, babe, a vacuum, a scheme, babe, that sucks you into feeling like this. I can see that you're...
I honestly can't believe we get things like this on Earth. Sometimes, as you go through life, it feels like it's hell on earth. But boy, does music like this just remind me of like all the beauty that there is, man. Wow. Wow. Absolutely splendid, man.
I can see that your head has been twisted and fed with worthless foam from the mouth. I can tell you are torn between staying and returning back to the South. You've been fooled into thinking that the finishing end is at hand. Yet there's no one to beat you, no one to defeat you, except the thoughts of yourself feeling bad. I've heard you say many times that you're better than no one, and no one is better than you. If you really believe that, you know you have nothing to win and nothing to lose. From fixtures and forces and friends, your sorrow does stem. That hype you and type you and making you feel that you gotta be just like them.
Wow.
I'd forever talk to you, but soon my words would turn into a meaningless ring. Far deep in my heart, I know there's there's no help I can bring. Everything passes, everything changes. Just do what you think you should do. And someday, maybe, who knows, baby, I'll come and be crying to you.
Listen, there is no way that we're gonna just jump from this and go on to the next track. This is, oh my God, another side of Bob Dylan, appropriately titled. Appropriately titled. Oh, Bob, do I love this side of you. Yes, it is not necessarily as, you know, as jarring as I don't know what's the word to use. As harsh as the times they are changing. But I think that observation, that critical thinking, that assessment, that need to call out the things that are just wrong in society remains true. And here he's addressing the individual, not society as a whole, not necessarily government bodies or nothing like that, or, you know, systems or nothing, just the person. And the person is so important. The person is so important. He says, oh, the flowers of the city, though breath-like, yet death-like sometimes, and there's no use in trying to deal with the dying, though I cannot explain that in lines. Now, I don't know what he means by this, but I do want to take my own meaning and or share my own interpretation of that, which is that, you know, trying to wrangle with death is often meaningless, is what it feels like. Is meaningless. At least, you know, in the face of it, especially if you're confronted by death once, like, and you've never been confronted by it before, it's gonna be hard to maneuver. But I feel like once you faced it once or twice or three times, you start realizing there's no use in trying to deal with the dying. You know, it's just a part of the process, a part of life. And then he goes here and he says, your magnetic movements still capture the minutes I'm in. That's wonderful. That is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen written. Like, visually, I see that. She is so beautiful in terms of just the way she moves and just her whole aura, that, like, it's almost like time stops, time stands still as he is watching her. But it grieves my heart, love, to see you trying to be a part of a world that just doesn't exist. Yeah, because people be caught up in this. It's all just a dream, babe, a vacuum, a scheme, babe, that sucks you into feeling like this. Let's realize the world that we're in. Like, I feel like sometimes when I look at, like, social media, like, yeah, I feel like that's what applies most to this conversation, like social media. When I look at things like TikTok and I look at, like, Instagram, and, like, honestly, if it was up to me, I wouldn't be on Instagram. Like, I just want to make sure that in the event that this something happens with this channel, we still have some other way to, like, stay in touch. But, like, Instagram and TikTok and those types of platforms, like, they give you the impression that, like, your life is just not good enough. It's just a bunch of people, like, peacocking and, you know, showing off their life and showing off their body and showing off their clothes. And yes, there's useful stuff there, but it's just overrun by all the other things I just mentioned. And if you're not careful, you'll start thinking that your life is messed up and it's not good enough. But, like, TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and all these different places, that is not the real world. That is not the real world. That is a dream, a vacuum, a scheme that sucks you into feeling like this. You are okay. You are fine. You are beautiful. And even though it doesn't feel like it, you likely have enough. And if you feel like you don't have enough, reevaluate what's enough for you and find that. Don't let anybody define that for you. Oh my. He says, I can see that your head has been twisted and fed with the worthless foam from the mouth. I can tell you are torn between staying and returning back to the South. So the worthless fall from the mouth, right? Just people like, I feel like there's a time in my life where I was like super obsessed with like achieving certain things, and it started like it was like in high school. I felt like I was obsessed with like, oh, I wanted to be the head of this student body and I want to be the head of this student body, but they didn't choose me. And I thought to myself, you know what, maybe I need to go back to the drawing board and decide what's the yardstick that I'm going to use to measure my success, because obviously I've been using a yardstick that was given to me. Really important for us to do that. Then he says, you've been fooled into thinking that the finishing end is at hand. You've been fooled into thinking that what? That like, oh, you have like some destination to get to. You have some thing. You have something you've got to reach. You gotta, by the time you're 30, you've got to do this. By the time you're 50, you've got to do this. By the time you're 60, you've got to do this. By the time you're 80, you've got to do this. And if you haven't done these things, then you're a failure. Who gave you these ideas? Who are the people who gave you these ideas and made you think that this is who you ought to be and how your life should be? And if you don't do these things, then you're failing. Good questions, man. Yeah, there's no one to beat you. You're not competing with anybody. You're not in a race. You're not in a race, man. You're not in a race. Nobody to beat you, no one to defeat you. So the thoughts of yourself feeling bad because they've made you feel that way. And then he said, well, I heard you say many times that you're better than no one and no one is better than you. If you really believe that, you know you have nothing to win and nothing to lose. From fixtures and forces and friends, your sorrow does stem. Just accept, just all up in this world. Man, he's calling out a lot of things here. This is one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs, man. I'd forever talk to you, but soon my words would turn into a meaningless ring, because what? People drown you out. They don't listen. They don't care to listen, because even though you're trying to say, it's like if a person doesn't want to be saved, or if a person isn't interested in changing, it's almost like you trying to change them does nothing. Because it's like they're gonna change when they want to change. You can try though. It's worth trying. Oh, Ramona. Everything passes, everything changes. Just do what you think you should do. And someday, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll come and be crying to you. Just a beautiful way to end it, because he's not all knowing. He's not God. He's not infallible. Maybe you can teach me something at some point that I've misunderstood. And at the end of the day, it's your life to live, and you're going to learn the lessons that you're going to learn. Love this. Love this. I know I spent a little bit of time on it. It's just that, you know, it hit deeps. He says, with multiple allusions to Dylan relationships with fellow folk singer Joan Baez to Ramona, is a folk waltz which signals Dylan's shifting interest from political anthems to a more personal and intimate writing. I liked it a lot. Motopsycho Nightmare. I wonder if I need to give you a part 2. I might need to give you a part 2. I'll do one more, and then we'll finish on Motopsycho Nightmare. Yeah. I want to really take some time. I feel like the more I listen to Bob Dylan's music, the more I feel like I need to like take my time and process and soak in, so that when I see you the next time, I can give you like just a little bit of overview in terms of my impression versus just kind of hard body going through all of it. And like the times they are changing, I think I probably should have done that in 2 parts, but hey, it's done and gone now. It's fine. It's fine. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Let's go to motorcycle. Not motorcycle. Motorcycle Nightmare. Okay. Bambinos.
I pounded on a farmhouse looking for a place to stay. I was mighty, mighty tired. I'd come a long, long way. I said, hey in there, is there anybody home? I was standing on the steps, feeling most alone. When out comes a farmer, he must have thought that I was nuts. He immediately looked at me and stuck a gun into my guts. I fell down to my bended knees, saying I'd dig farmers, don't shoot me, please. He cocked his rifle and began to shout, are you that traveling salesman that I have heard about? I said, no, 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 I'm a doctor and it's true. I'm a clean-cut kid and I've been to college too. Then comes his daughter, whose name was Rita. She looked like she stepped out of La Dolce Vita. Amelia tried to cool it with her dad and told him what a nice, pretty farm he had. He said, what do doctors know about farms, pray tell? I said, I was born at the bottom of a wishing well. Well, by the dirt beneath my nails, I guess he knew I wouldn't lie. He said, I guess you're tired. He said it kind of sly. I said, yes, 10,000 miles today I drove. He said, I got a bed for you underneath this stove. Just one condition, you can go to sleep right now, that you don't touch my daughter and in the morning milk the cows. I was sleeping like a rat when I heard something jerking. There stood Rita looking just like Tony Perkins. She said, would you like to take a shower? I'll show you up to the door. I said, oh no, no, I've been through this movie before. I knew I had to split, but I did not know how. When she said, would you like to take that shower now?
Oh, Rita.
Well, I couldn't leave unless the old man chased me out, 'cause I'd already promised that I'd milk his cows. I had to say something to strike him very weird, so I yelled, I like Fidel Castro and his beard. Rita looked offended, but she got out of the way as he came charging down the stairs saying, what's that I heard you say? I said, I like Fidel Castro, I think you heard me right. Then I ducked as he swung at me with all his might. Rita mumbled something about her mother on the hill as his fist had hit the icebox. He said he's gonna kill me if I don't get out the door in 2 seconds flat. You unpatriotic, rotten Dr. Cummy Rat.
Oh my God.
Well, he threw a Reader's Digest at my head and I did run. I did a somersault as I seen him get his gun and crashed through the window at 100 miles an hour and landed fully blast in his garden flowers. Rita said, come back, and he started to load. The sun was coming up and I was running down the road. Well, I don't figure I'll be back there for a spell, even though Rita moved away and got a job at a motel. He still waits for me, constant on the sly. He wants to turn me into the FBI. Me, I romp and stomping, thankful as I romp. Without freedom of speech, I might be in the swamp.
And at the end of the day, he was just trying to do the right thing. He was just trying not to sleep with your daughter. She was trying to seduce him. I love this. This was such great storytelling. I love that, like, throughout the writing, he's using terms like split, and then he's saying I dig, just like mixing and mashing like that slang with that kind of guitar, that kind of singing, and this kind of storytelling, and also the setting he's painting is just really awesome. Oh boy, this is so funny. He's funny. I like his sense of humor. A comedic tale that draws on traveling salesman jokes and references to the 1960s cinematography milestone Psycho and La Dolce Vita. You've never watched those things? Seriously, let me know in the comments. Should we, like, maybe not now, because we have too much work to do with the Bob Dylan albums, but maybe like I don't know, maybe in a year or something, we could start watching some movies like Psycho and La Dolce Vita and stuff, and I could try like putting it on like another YouTube channel or something. Like I would really love to do that if you're interested. But yeah, this is great. This is great. So far, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I feel like it definitely does show a different side of Bob, a different side that I haven't really gotten to see. Maybe I saw it in Baby Let Me Follow You Down. I give you everything in this God Almighty world if you just let me follow you down. He was so silly for that. Talking about following her down at his young age. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying the album. I love this side of Bob Dylan. I love what he did with Spanish Harlem Incident, with Chimes of Freedom, I Shall Be Free, number 10, hilarious, to Ramona, incredible, incredible, incredibly. Okay, you heard me right, incredible. Black Crow Blues I enjoyed too. I love how it was just like weaving the Black Crow and the person. At least that's how it came across to me. All I really want to do, let me just look at that again. All I really want to do. Yeah. Love it. This was great too. Like it was just, it's all so awesome. Also awesome. I'm enjoying it. This taking a break now gives me a chance to kind of reflect on the music, listen to some of these tracks again, and then we'll pick up again. Maybe we'll pick up on Thursday. Yeah, maybe we'll pick up on Thursday. And yeah, we have a lot of like really cool Bob Dylan things in store for this weekend, also heading into next week, I'd say. So I hope you're enjoying the video. Let me know what you think in the comment. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't usually comment, you could do something simple like just dropping a heart to let me know that you liked the video. And of course, it does help with the performance and helps to get more people seeing videos like these. Exciting things, I tell you, exciting things. The 40 plus albums is insane. I'm so excited for the gifts. I'm so excited for the gifts. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, we do have a Patreon. You know, take a gander, see if it's something you might be interested in. It definitely helps with making the channel more sustainable. So yeah, link is in the description below. I will see you for part 2. Peace.